Attention bargain luxury shoppers. Britain is now officially the cheapest place to buy those high-end designer goods you've been coveting. Since Britain's vote to leave the EU, the sterling has tumbled to 3-decade lows. And most luxury goods sellers there haven't yet raised their prices. Here with the details from London is WSJ reporter Saabira Chaudhuri. Hi, Saabira. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
So how far has the sterling fallen since the June Brexit vote?
So the last that we checked, sterling was down about 17%, which, as you just said, is touching about a 3-decade low. That's led to a whole host of things. Prices for some things have gone up in Britain, but for the most part, the luxury goods industry is actually seeing a big boon right now from the currency swings.
All right, so let's get specific. What kinds of deals are to be had there in London right now?
Pretty much everything that's really expensive at the moment is up for grabs. So Deloitte actually did a study for us where they crunched some numbers, and they looked at about 12,000 items across 31 brands, and they found that the UK right now is cheaper on about 64% of those items than anywhere else in the world. So typically places like France and Italy were the cheapest places for tourists to come to buy those, to get those bargains on luxury goods. Now on 64% of items, the UK is actually the cheapest place.
All right, so here you have the Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 bag, a popular bag. It's going to cost you about $970 here in New York. In London, it can be yours for $802. Also, this Balenciaga fringe dress will cost you a little over $1,700 in New York. It'll cost you just over $1,300 in London. And this Brunello Cucinelli cashmere sweater will cost you almost $1,000 in the U.S., and it costs you closer to $800 in England. These are some good deals.
Yeah, I think they help tourists maybe justify the cost of an airfare over, because you're not just saving on luxury, you're also saving on your hotels, you're saving on your food. I mean, it feels like a good time for many shoppers to come, and we're definitely seeing that in the numbers. So tourism numbers across the board are up in Britain. Airbnb actually had a very interesting stat, which was, I think they'd seen an 85% rise in bookings over the summer just in the UK. What was interesting about that was half of that was actually coming from within Britain. So even over here, people are choosing to staycation. They're choosing to rent houses in different parts of the country, spend their pounds here in the UK rather than go overseas to Europe or the US. So Britain's actually seeing a boom in tourism, both from within the country and also internationally.
Have you seen a wave of Americans showing up yet?
We are seeing Americans. When I was pounding the pavement for the story, talking to shoppers, there were definitely Americans out there. But we do see that the bulk of the bargain hunters are the Chinese still, I think. So we've heard from a big shopping mall here, Westfield Mall, that the Chinese last year were buying about 5 luxury items on average per visit. Now they're buying about 10. So definitely the bulk of the spending coming from the Chinese.
How long can we expect these deals to last? Because won't retailers eventually, move up the prices to compensate?
They will. They definitely will. So I think probably not for very much longer, maybe a few more weeks, but I think things will equalize and retailers will definitely raise their price.
So book your London flight now. All right, Saabira, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.